That text message you just got, the one sitting on your screen right now, the one from USPS about a package, or from your bank about a security alert, you've probably seen a dozen of them this year. They feel urgent, they feel real, and we're trained to respond to them immediately, to solve the problem they present. But that immediate helpful instinct is exactly what they're designed to exploit. That notification isn't a helpful alert. It's the first step in a trap that has been laid specifically for you, using the name of a company you trust to make you act before you have a single second to think. This trap has a name. It's called an imposter text, and its only goal is to manufacture a crisis that feels so real and so urgent that your brain switches from a state of caution to a state of panic. You're not thinking about security. You're thinking about your package, your money, your account. You click the link, and at that exact moment, the scam is already in motion. But here's the thing. There's a powerful hidden defense system built right into your phone that can stop these messages from ever reaching you again. It's called the Silent Inbox Shield, and by the end of this video, you will have it activated forever. So how does this actually work? It's a carefully engineered system called smishing, which is just a technical term for phishing that happens over text messages. On a mechanical level, scammers use powerful automated software to blast out millions of these texts at a time. The phone numbers they use are either disposable or digitally spoofed to look legitimate. The links in those texts don't go to the real USPS or Bank of America. They go to a perfect cloned copy of the real website, a fake login page designed for one reason and one reason only: to capture your username, your password, your credit card number, or your social security number the moment you type it in. But the technology is only half of the equation. The other half is psychology. These scams are brutally effective because they prey on your best qualities, your high degree of trust, and your conscientious desire to take care of problems as soon as they appear. See, unlike a suspicious phone call that might set off alarm bells, a text message can feel official and non-confrontational. It feels like a written record, something you can refer back to, and so we naturally give it more authority than it deserves. They're not just hacking a system, they are hacking your good-natured instinct to be responsible and helpful. And here's where it gets really interesting. The scammer's real first step isn't the text itself. It's the notification. It's the buzz in your pocket or the sound that makes you look at your screen. That interruption is the weapon. It's what creates the urgency. But what if that notification never happened? What if the message was delivered, but your phone was smart enough to know it was from a stranger and didn't deserve your immediate attention? That's exactly what the Silent Inbox Shield does. That notification sound isn't just an alert. It's the scammer's finger on your doorbell, and this setting turns it off before they can even ring it. This isn't a rare crime happening to a few unlucky people. It's an industrial-scale assembly line. Last year alone, hundreds of thousands of people reported these attacks. It's a silent epidemic happening in every town, on every street. Let me tell you about Carol. She's a 74-year-old retired nurse from Pennsylvania, a sharp and capable woman who has managed her own finances her entire life. One afternoon, while she was in her kitchen preparing dinner, her phone buzzed. The text claimed to be from her local utility company. It was a final notice. Her power would be disconnected in 30 minutes because of a supposed billing error. Panicked at the thought of a dark house and spoiled food, she clicked the link. It took her to a website that looked just like the real one, where she was told to pay a $250 reconnection fee immediately to resolve the issue. So she did it. What else was she supposed to do? She grabbed her debit card, typed in the numbers, and felt a wave of relief when the site said her payment was accepted. The crisis was over, but the next day, she woke up to a very different kind of crisis. Her power had never been at risk, of course. It was her bank account. The scammers who now had her debit card information had gone on a shopping spree. They made 3 separate online purchases from a big box retailer, draining her account of $1,842 before her bank's fraud department finally froze the card. And here's the most important part of Carol's story. She wasn't targeted because she was careless or unintelligent. It's the opposite. She was targeted because she is a responsible, conscientious person who pays her bills on time and takes problems seriously. The scam worked because it was designed by full-time professionals to ambush exactly that kind of person. It created a crisis so sudden and so plausible that it bypassed her natural caution. Carol's story isn't a cautionary tale about a stranger. It's a mirror. It shows how even the most careful among us can be caught off guard by a perfectly engineered attack. Now let's step back for a moment because this is so much bigger than one person's story. According to the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center, or IC3, Americans over the age of 60 lost over $340 million to phishing scams just like this in 2023. And text message scams are the fastest growing part of that number, with over 300,000 smishing complaints filed last year alone. This isn't just a few crooks in a basement. This is a global, multi-million-dollar industry, and its primary business model is tricking good people out of their life savings. The numbers are staggering, and they're going up every single year. And the threat is constantly evolving. It used to be that you could spot a scam by looking for bad grammar or a weird-looking link. But now, with artificial intelligence, scammers can write perfect, convincing messages in any language. The fake websites are flawless clones. They've even started using hybrid attacks, where you might get a text message warning you to expect a follow-up phone call from your bank. This makes the whole thing feel more legitimate, layering one type of scam on top of another to break down your defenses. It's a constant cat-and-mouse game, and they are always looking for a new edge. It's enough to make you feel like you need to be on high alert every second of the day, suspicious of every single message. But what if you didn't have to live like that? What if, instead of you constantly having to stand guard against them, your phone could just do the guarding for you? Silently, automatically. What if you could build a wall around your digital life that these scammers simply can't get through? You can, and it takes less than 60 seconds to do it. The single most important thing you can do to protect yourself is this. Activate your Silent Inbox Shield. This isn't an app you need to download or a service you have to pay for. It's a powerful feature that is already built into your phone's operating system, waiting to be turned on. The reason it works so well is simple. It denies the scammer the one thing they need more than anything else: your immediate, undivided, and panicked attention. It cuts them off at the source by silencing their primary weapon, the notification. By doing this, you're not just filtering a message, you are breaking their entire business model. Here's the contrast. The scammer needs you to see their message the second it arrives, in the middle of your day, when you're busy or distracted. They need that buzz or that sound to create a jolt of anxiety that makes you react without thinking. The Silent Inbox Shield denies them that. When you turn it on, your phone uses its on-device intelligence to analyze incoming texts from numbers that aren't in your contacts. If it deems a message suspicious or from an unknown sender, it's rerouted into a separate secondary inbox. There's no banner, no sound, no vibration. The trap is never sprung because you never hear it. So let's do this right now. If you have an iPhone, I want you to go to Settings, then tap on Messages. Now scroll down until you see the section for message filtering. In there, you'll see an option called Filter Unknown Senders. I want you to turn that switch on. That's it. From this moment on, your Messages app will have a new tab at the top called Unknown Senders. All those potential scam texts will go directly into that folder silently without ever interrupting your day. You've just built your wall. If you're on an Android phone using the standard Google Messages app, the process is just as simple. Open your Messages app, tap on your little profile icon, which is usually in the top right corner. Then go to Messages Settings, and then tap on Spam Protection. Make sure the switch for Enable Spam Protection is on. Your phone will now automatically detect and divert suspected spam messages into a separate folder called Spam and Blocked. You won't get a notification for them. Instead of reacting to their alerts, your new habit is this. Once a day or once a week, you can choose to calmly look in that folder. You are back in control. I know what some of you might be thinking. Isn't it rude to just ignore a message? We're taught to be polite, to be responsive, and that's a wonderful quality. But you have to understand these criminals are professionals who see your politeness as a vulnerability to be exploited. It is the crack in the door they are trying to force open. In this situation, protecting yourself is not rude. It is the only sensible, logical response to a direct and hostile attack. Your peace of mind is more important than a scammer's attempt to manipulate you. Let yourself off the hook. You don't owe them a thing. But what if you already clicked the link? What if you're watching this and you feel that sinking feeling because you realize you've already fallen for one of these texts? First, I want you to take a deep breath and let go of any shame or embarrassment. These are professional manipulators. It is their full-time job to design systems that are meant to defeat careful, intelligent people. The fact that you were targeted doesn't mean you failed. In a way, it means you're exactly the kind of person they look for, someone who is trustworthy, cooperative, and good. It's a testament to the scammer's sophistication, not a reflection on you. Now, let's get you safe. If you think you've been compromised, there are 3 things you need to do in the next 24 hours. 1. Call your bank or credit card company immediately. Do not use a number from a text message or email. Use the number printed on the back of your physical card. Tell them what happened, that you believe your account details have been compromised, and ask them to freeze the account and issue you a new card. This stops the bleeding and prevents any further fraudulent charges. 2. You need to freeze your credit. This is a critical step that prevents scammers from opening new accounts or taking out loans in your name. It's free to do, and you need to do it with all 3 major credit bureaus: Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. The easiest way to manage this is by going to the official government website, identitytheft.gov. It's run by the FTC and will walk you through the entire process step by step. 3. Report the crime. Use that same website, identitytheft.gov, to file an official report. This helps law enforcement track these criminal networks and protect others. By taking these steps, you've officially taken back control. Now that you're protected, I want you to think for a moment. Who is the first person you thought of while watching this? Is it a parent, a grandparent, a neighbor, or a close friend who is always so trusting and quick to help? Picture them in their kitchen just like Carol. Picture their phone buzzing with a message about a package or a bank alert. They don't have this knowledge yet. They are still exposed. This information is a shield, and right now, you're the one holding it. So please take just a moment and share this protection with them. This isn't about helping a channel, it's about protecting the people you love. You can be the one who stands in the gap for them, the one who gives them the tool that keeps their savings safe. Sending them this video could be the single most important financial advice they receive all year. It's a real, tangible act of care that can protect them from immense stress and financial loss. A moment of prevention is worth a lifetime of protection.